Hello everyone. In this lesson, we are going to learn about simultaneous linear equation by using elimination method. What is elimination method? Elimination method is a technique in which we eliminate one of the variable from set of linear equations and solve for some other variable. So elimination method is basically a technique for solving systems of linear equations. We will see in the coming example how to solve simultaneous linear equations by using elimination method. Okay, now consider these two equations. 2y plus 7x equals minus 5 and 5y minus 7x equals 12. How do we solve these linear equations simultaneously so that we can find the value of variable x and y? Now our goal is to find the value of this x and this y, which is our point of intersection. Okay, now as we notice from the equations, we have a common term 7x in both of the equations. The first equation has 7x and the second equation has minus 7x. Step 1, as you know, is to label the equations. We will label the equations as equation number 1 and equation number 2. So after you are done labeling the equations, you will notice into the set of equations which you have already observed that we have a common term in both of these equations. We have 7x in first term, positive 7x in first equation, and we have a negative 7x in the second equation. This is pretty simple. We will simply get rid of this variable x. We will simply add these equations up and get rid of this variable x and solve for y. Let us see in detail how we are going to do it. So 2y plus 7x equals minus 5 and 5y minus 7x equals 12. We have simply added these two equations. We will cancel out plus 7x and minus 7x, which would give us 0. We are left with 7y equals 7. Now we will solve for y. We were left with 7y plus 0 equals 7. Now, as you know, 7y, 0 plus any number would give us back the same number. 7y plus 0 equals 7y equals 7. Now, as you know, we have to find the value of y. So, the coefficient of y must be 1. So in order to have the coefficient 1, we will divide both sides of the equation by 7. 7y divided by 7 equals 7 divided by 7. 7y divided by 7 equals y, and 7 divided by 7 equals 1. So the value of y is 1. Y equals 1. Now in next step, we will plug in the value of y equals 1 in either of the equation. You can use any equation, equation number 1 or equation number 2, and solve for x. Now we need to know the value of x. So we do know the value of y, which is 1. Now we will solve for x. 2y plus 7x equals minus 5. We know the value of y, which is 1. So we will plug in the value of y as 1. 2 times 1 plus 7x equals minus 5. 2 times 1 is 2 plus 7x equals minus 5. Now, as per the rules, you know that we have to get rid of this constant term from the equation so that we can solve for the unknown variable, which is x. You can either move that constant term from left hand side to the right hand side, since 2 has a positive sign with it. When I move it to the right hand side, the positive would become negative. Or what I simply did is I simply subtracted 2 from both sides of the equation. We are subtracting minus 2 from both sides of the equation. So minus 2 and plus 2 would cancel out and give us 0. And over here we are left with minus 5 minus 2. Now 7x equals minus 7. Minus 5 minus 2 is minus 7. And as you know, we want to get rid of this 7, this coefficient 7, in order to know the value of variable x. The coefficient of x must be 1. That is why we are dividing both sides of the equation by 7. 7x divided by 7 equals minus 7 divided by 7. So 7x divided by 7 equals x, and minus 7 divided by 7 equals minus 1. So the solution to the system is, the solution of this set of equation is x equals minus 1 and y equals 1. Now, how do you know that the solution you got is right or not? You will simply plug in the value of x equals minus 1 and y equals 1 in any equation, in the original equation. So I am using equation number 2, which is 5y minus 7x equals 12. So in place of y, I will substitute the value of y as 1, and in place of x, I will substitute the value of x as minus 1. 5 into 1 minus 7 times, in place of x, I have substituted it with minus 1. 7 times minus 1 equals 12. So 5 times 1 is 5. Minus 7 times minus 1 is plus 7 equals 12. 12 equals 12. It means our values are correct. The solution set of this equation is x equals minus 1 and y equals 1.